When many people think of slavery, they may think it's something of the past, but there's a modern-day form of slavery happening all around us. The Attorney General, along with selected officials and even a victim, held a press conference to shed light on the horrors of human trafficking. Jeffrey Chiesa, the new Attorney General who was sworn into the position just yesterday, held a press conference for National Human Trafficking Awareness Day.
Some of these young women were 13, 14, 15 years old. They don't speak the language. Their parents are a half a world away. They don't have any friends. The culture here is completely different. And then they're intimidated and verbally intimidated. They're physically intimidated to work day after day to enrich people in a business. There is nobody in this room who thinks that that's something that we can tolerate.
The director of the Division of Criminal Justice discussed the job of the Human Trafficking Task Force.
Part of the effort of the Human Trafficking Task Force is to educate not just citizens, but the local police who investigate those low-level cases, because it's through that education of the local police departments that they become aware that a prostitute who they arrest on prostitution charges may be the tip of a human trafficking iceberg, if you will.
The crowd went completely silent as one woman, Holly Austin Smith, took the podium and told her compelling story.
I wanted someone to listen to me. I wanted someone to understand. He did. He listened to me. He understood that I wanted to travel. He understood why I hated school. He understood so much that he wanted to help me make it on my own. I ran away with this man on July 1st, 1992. I was 14 years old. 36 hours later, I was arrested for prostitution on Pacific Avenue in Atlantic City. 6 days later, I was hospitalized in a psychiatric treatment facility for an attempted suicide. And a month later, I was arrested again for prostitution.
While there are many people who have stories that are similar to Smith's, there are other forms of human trafficking as well.
Domestic servitude is a form of labor trafficking which occurs mainly in private homes where victims are subjected to physical and mental abuse as well as other types of violence while being forced to complete household labor. Victims may suffer sexual and verbal abuse, confinement, withholding of documents, withholding of proper medical and dental care, and intimidation for extended periods of time.
Holly Austin Smith is using her experience with human trafficking to write a book and reach out to tell others what she went through. She has a few things that she wants people to know.
Traffickers prey on all children. All the boys and girls at the mall, at the movies, or on the streets as runaways. All of those kids are up for grabs to sexual predators. But they target those kids who appear vulnerable.
She says she has one main message.
These victims are not as tough and unreachable as they appear. These girls and boys still do have dreams inside of them, and they are worth saving.
Anyone who feels human trafficking is going on around them is urged to call the hotline at 1-877-986-7534. Reporting in Trenton, Rose Eckler, WZBN News.